What is your name?
Akhila.
Akhila, introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Akhila. I am from Karinagar. I completed my graduation in Electronics and Communication from Sri Chaitanya Institute of Technological Sciences with 7.2 CGPA. During my graduation, I completed a major project on IoT-based smart agriculture monitoring system. And apart from my qualification, I have good knowledge on Java along with SQL and C, and I can speak English and Telugu, and I can work independently as well as in a team, but I can concentrate one thing at a time. And in my free time, I use it to listen music, which gives the very refreshment to me. Coming to my family, we are 5 members in my family, including me. That's all about me, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So how do you rate yourself in Java?
8.
Can you explain Java architecture?
Yes, sir. In Java architecture, first we have source code, then bytecode, and then machine code. Source code which is understandable by humans and which is in a high level. Source code is compiled by the compiler and which converts the source code into the bytecode. Bytecode is compiled by JVM, which is the very beautiful feature in Java, and that bytecode is converted into the machine code through the JVM.
Explain Java features.
We have so many features in Java. Java is very simple. We can learn easily and very simple syntaxes in Java. And Java follows the object-oriented concepts. And Java is platform independent. Because of the bytecode, Java is platform independent. In other languages, we have source code and machine code only. But in Java, we have bytecode. And Java is platform independent. We can carry the bytecode from one platform to another platform, and data is very secured because in Java we don't have pointers.
So what is architecture neutral?
Architecture neutral means every data type has same size in the any languages. If in integer we have 4 bytes, in Java also we have 4 bytes in integer. In C program also, integer type have only 4 bytes of memory.
No, that is not architecture neutral. Architecture neutral in the sense the working of Java software is same in all the operating systems, whether it is 32-bit or 64-bit or 86-bit. The working of Java software is same in all the things. So that 32-bit, 62-bit and 86-bit, we call it as architecture. So it is independent of architecture. So that's the reason we call it as architecture neutral. Okay. What is dynamic loading?
Dynamic at the runtime, we don't want to import any packages or any classes. At the runtime only it automatically loads the other classes.
Which classes?
Which are predefined, already defined in that language.
No, we can dynamically load the classes which are developed in other programming languages also. So loading programs from the same language is common in any programming language. But in Java we can load the programs from different programming languages also. So in C++ we have classes, in Python we have classes, in .NET we have classes. So the classes which are developed in other programming languages also we can load here. That is the reason we call it as dynamic loading. So you said Java is platform independent. What is meant by this platform independent?
We have different types of operating systems like Windows, Linux, and in Java we have bytecode. By using this bytecode, by carrying this bytecode is very easy compared to source code. By carrying this bytecode from one platform to another platform, like Windows, if one program is executing in Windows, this same program can execute in the Linux also.
What is meant by portable?
Portable means executes in.
We can carry the Java programs. I mean the bytecode from one machine to the other machine, or one computer to the other computer. That is nothing but Portable. What is meant by robust?
Robust means strong. Java is a case sensitive, and it will not take uppercase. If firstly we define one identifier with lowercase, then we call the same identifier with the same name. We can't take the uppercases. It's a case sensitive, and Java also strongly typed language.
Yeah. Robust means memory management. So we can make the memory very strong. So Java is an object-oriented programming language. What is meant by this object-oriented programming language?
Java follows the four concepts of object-oriented programming language. Those are abstraction, polymorphism, encapsulation, and inheritance.
What is abstraction?
Abstraction means hiding the internal implementation and showing the only essential parts.
So what is the advantage of this abstraction?
By using abstraction, we can provide the code security.
Code security. What is meant by polymorphism?
Polymorphism means we can perform the one task in many forms.
So what is static polymorphism?
Static polymorphism is also known as compile time polymorphism, and it's also called method overloading. In one class we have one or more methods with same name but different in their parameters. Then it's called method overloading.
What is method overriding?
Overriding means in two classes we have same methods, but return type of the method signature should be same. Same.
Okay. So what is inheritance?
Acquiring the properties from one class to another class.
So how many types of inheritance are there?
4 types.
What are they?
Single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, hybrid inheritance.
Multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance.
Multi-level inheritance.
So what is multiple inheritance?
Multiple inheritance is not supported in Java through classes, but it can support in interfaces. Multiple inheritance means two parent classes, one child class can have the two parent classes. Then if we want to call one method which have the same name in two parent classes, then JVM will confuse from which parent class I want to take this method. Then it goes to the ambiguity situation. That's why it's not supported in Java.
So Java doesn't support
Multiple inheritance through classes,
So how do you achieve this multiple inheritance in Java then?
through interfaces.
Through interfaces. What is an interface?
Interface means only declaration, no implementation is given to methods in interfaces.
In interfaces. What do we call them as?
Abstract methods.
So we call them as abstract methods. So then where do you define this body for these abstract methods?
By extending by implementing the interface to the another class.
So in the implementing classes we have to give the body.
Body.
So what is an abstract class?
If one method is declared as abstract, then that class is marked as abstract class.
So it should contain at least one abstract method. It is called as abstract class. Okay. So can we create an object for abstract classes?
No.
Then how do you access the methods which are present in the abstract classes?
By implementing by extending the another class.
So by extending, not implementing.
Extending.
Implementing is for
Interfaces.
interfaces. Okay. So what is static keyword?
Static is a keyword which is used for memory management and which is used for variables, methods, and some block of codes.
Okay. Can we declare a local variable as static?
No, sir.
Why?
We want to initialize the local variables. When we give the static keyword, then it will execute first.
Not exactly. So local variable means what is the scope of this local variable?
Within the class and within the method.
Local variable only
Within the method.
So what is the scope of static variable?
Static variable.
Within the class.
Within the class.
So entire class. So local variable is only within the class.
Method.
Within the method. Static variable is within the class. So there is a contradiction. So that is the reason we can't declare a local variable as static. Okay. So what is the execution? Suppose I have one static block, and I have one main method, and I have a normal method. So what will be the order of execution of these things?
First static block will be executed, then main method block will be executed, then normal block will be executed.
Normal block will be executed. Okay. So why will the static block executes first, later the main method is executed next?
Static means it's constant, like no change. Any constant information is given in static. I think so.
Static block executes first because whenever it first what will in the memory what will it do? First static block will be executed. Why? In the sense, first for static block the memory is allocated. After that they will call the main method. Okay. Okay. Can we access a static method or static variable by an object?
No, sir.
So how do you call a class static variable? How do you call a static variable or static method? With the help of class name. Class name dot variable name, class name dot method name. So in the same way we can call a static variable or static method by using the object also. So object name dot variable name, object name dot method name. So we can access in that way also. Okay. What is meant by a package?
Package means group of similar predefined classes and interfaces.
So what is the syntax for creating a package?
Package, packaging.
Package. So what are access modifiers?
Access modifier means to give access to the variables. We have 4 types of access modifiers. They are private, public, and protected and default.
Private, public. So what is the accessibility of private keyword?
When we use the private keyword for the variable, then it is accessible within that class only.
So what are the access modifiers that we can use for classes?
Public.
Public,
Yes, sir.
only public and default also. So it can be either public or default. So can we declare classes as private and protected?
No, sir. When we declare class as private, then we can't access the class.
Yes, so we cannot declare classes private.
Right.
Okay. Okay. What is the accessibility of protected?
Protected means we can access within that package and also through the child class of that parent class.
Child class of the outside the package through child class recognition. Okay. So what are local variables?
Local variable means the variable which is declared inside the class and inside the method.
What are class variables?
The variable which is declared inside the class and outside the method.
Inside the class and outside the method. What is a constructor?
Constructor is used to initialize the objects. When object is created, the memory is automatically created.
What is constructor overloading?
In one class we have Constructor name is same as class name. In one have we have one or more constructor, then it is called constructor overloading.
What is the difference between method overloading and constructor overloading?
In method overloading, different parameters or number of parameters or sequence of parameters or data type of the parameters should be different in method overloading, but in constructor all constructor signatures should be same.
In constructor overloading also same thing happens. They different number of parameters, data type of parameters and sequence of parameters. But here it is the constructor, there it is a method. That is the difference. Okay. So can you write a program for method overriding concept?
Yes.
Write a program for method overriding.
Here I am taking class 1 and I am taking one method as show. Here I am taking one parameterized integer and then I am printing the value of a. Next I am taking the same method with same name but different in their parameters. Here we have only one parameter. Here I am taking two parameters. Then I am printing these two values b and f. Next I am creating one more class as hello and then I am written the main method. Next I am created object for the first class. By using this reference I am calling this method show. Here I am passing value of 20. Then this method will be executed because here 20 is the integer type data type. Here I am giving the integer data type. That's all.
Okay, Akita. So you said many questions correctly, and so some topics you need to prepare even more, like static keyword, non-access modifiers and access modifiers. So in protected, default, so what are the things where we can use these keywords, and what will happen if you use these keywords. So these concepts you need to learn even more better. Okay. Thank you, Akila.